Good evening, everybody, and welcome to RAMP, Real Access Motivates Progress, live Wednesday night podcast. As you can tell, I am wearing my crown and sash tonight because tonight is a very special show. I have my sister SLICC Queens, so we can tell you all about the USA Ambassador pageant, as well as our SLICC Ambassador titles and what our platforms are. So with no further ado, I'd love to welcome you, my four SLICC sisters. Welcome, ladies. How are you tonight?
Hi.
We are so excited to have you guys with us. And as you all know, I am your USA SLICC Ambassador, Ms. Mrs. And I would like each one of you to introduce yourself to my audience so that they know who you are and what you do. Brooke, let's start with you.
Hey, everybody. So my name is Brooke Nemick, and I'm your USA SLICC Ambassador, Teen Miss. And I actually just started my teaching assistant job at a school for individuals on the autism spectrum and for individuals who have anger management complications.
Oh, that is awesome. So Brookie has joined the real world and she is now adulting with me. Riley, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do?
Hi, I'm Riley Keys. I'm your USA SLICC Ambassador, preteen junior, and I am 14, new freshman in high school, and my encourage youth in my community to get active.
Oh, that's awesome. And Gabriella, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you?
Hi, I'm Gabriella Reesturso, your USA Ambassador, SLICC, Little Miss, and Junior Preteen. I'm 10 and I'm in 5th grade. And I have a PJ program called the Good Night Sleep Tight PJ program, and I give PJs to the hospitals and shelters to make the kids in the hospitals and shelters feel warm and cozy because they're really sick.
So as you can tell, each one of these lovely ladies has a platform because SLICC stands for Success Through Leadership, Integrity, Character, and Confidence. It's all about community service and giving back to our communities. So all of us do a lot of community service in and out our communities and around the country. And now that we're national title holders, we do a lot of community service together. So Brooke, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your platform and why it's so important to you?
So I have a platform. It's called Brooke's Handmade Blankets. And what I do is I make no-sew blankets and I sell them to anyone who wants to buy them. They're actually $20 each. And what I do is I give that money fully towards the Morgan Marie Michael Foundation. And then they provide individuals on the autism spectrum with either iPads or sensory toys based on their needs.
And why did you pick that platform?
I've always loved working with individuals on the autism spectrum. I actually literally just started a teaching job for a school that has individuals with special needs. And just because people have disabilities, some are physical, some are invisible, doesn't mean that you should make fun of anyone for who they are. And that's really what I believe in, is that if someone does have a physical disability, it doesn't mean that you should look at them the wrong way or talk about them the wrong way. And I just love educating everyone about the autism spectrum. And I really want to share the world and spread the word of autism.
Oh, that's awesome. Riley, tell us a little bit about your platform, Lemonade. Why is that so important to you and why did you choose that platform?
So whenever I service 6, 14, so that's like a pretty big age gap. I noticed that not a lot of kids, and I believe that we are community and that we want our kids and other generations, then we should shape how they look. And I believe that once you're, so that's why I took my platform to be limited, which is funny because I also did my first community service project was a lemonade stand on the corner of my.
Oh, that's awesome. And Gabby, why did you pick the PJ program for your platform?
I picked the PJ program because I have asthma, and whenever I have an asthma attack, I have to go to the hospital, and it doesn't feel warm and cozy in the hospital bed. So I wanted kids to feel warm and cozy in the hospital beds, to have some PJs and some warm things with them.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. And everybody knows what my platform is accessibility and inclusion. And we all know how much I put into my time. But I want to talk more about the USA Ambassador Program and why is that so important to us. The national platform is the Big Brothers Big Sisters. That is our community charity, but it doesn't mean it's our only charity. Each one of us has our own platform, has our own things that we stand for. So Brookie, tell us why you chose the USA SLICC Ambassador Program to be where you competed.
So back in 2020, actually, I competed for the Miss New Jersey title, and I won Miss New Jersey in 2020. And everything with COVID happened. I got crowned in February, and of course, everything with COVID happened in March. So I was able to keep my title all the way through 2020 and all the way through 2021. And then the following year, so this year, I competed as Miss Connecticut because I still went to school in Connecticut. And ever since 2020, I just love the family atmosphere that everyone brings to nationals, no matter where you're from. I am best friends now with a girl that lives in California who I met 2 years ago at the ambassador pageant. And and being a SLICC queen, I am very advocate for those who are on the autism spectrum, and not a lot of people are aware about individuals on the autism spectrum. And I just love sharing anything that I can to anybody in the world today.
Oh, that's awesome. Riley, why the SLICC Ambassador Program for you?
So this was actually my first year at USA. Whenever I was signing up and I started looking more into SLICC, I liked how community service based they were, service based title. I really liked that. My first year here, I absolutely loved it. It was such an organized pageant. Nice, like, it was so inclusive. I'm best friends in South Dakota. They're all so. They're like some of my best now. I love the family environment. I love what SLICC stands for. And if I have the chance, I will definitely come.
Oh, that's awesome. Gabriella, what was it for USA Ambassador for you?
Well, I really loved I really loved USA Ambassador because it taught me a lot of things. Like, you don't need a crown or sash to be a queen. You could just be a queen without a crown or sash, and that's what really made me happy about myself, because it's not really about winning. It's really about just to be yourself and have fun.
Yeah, I love that. And now, Brookie, you're in New Jersey, correct?
That is correct.
And Gabriella, you're in Connecticut?
Yes.
And North Carolina for you, Riley?
Yes, ma'am.
And I am out here in Rhode Island. So here we have 4 girls across the Eastern Seaboard, all working together on projects throughout the country. But like they said, we have friends and family across the country now. Like, I have met girls from California to Iowa to Kentucky. Actually, Brooke is going to Kentucky this weekend to meet some of our sister queens. We were all just in Florida a couple of weeks ago to meet some of our new Florida queens. we got Texas, we have, I mean, every state is included in this pageant. So no matter where you are or what your ability is, the USA and pageant system is for you. I was the first person in a wheelchair to compete, and I feel like I fit right in. Was completely welcomed by everybody. How was it, girls, competing with a girl in a wheelchair that was completely different? Did it make any difference for you guys of me competing? Did they give me any kind of special treatment that you seen, or did you feel like I fit right in? Brookie, we'll let you go first.
I mean, I feel as though you fit right in. I mean, during our on-stage opening number, of course, we had the teen Miss, Ms. and Mrs. contestants all on stage at once. And I honestly thought you fit right in. You fit right in with the flow and you fit right in with the family. So I'm actually really glad that you're my older sister, Queen, and I look up to you because of everything that you do for the community.
Oh, thank you so much. Gabriella or Riley, do either one of you want to weigh in on that question?
I'll go.
Okay.
I definitely feel like you fit in. I mean, I know that we did different times, but whenever we all worked together, it was no different. It right in with all the rest of us.
Oh, that's awesome. Gabriella?
I just thought you fit right in because it is actually called a family and you are a part of the family.
Thank you. And you guys all made me feel like I fit in. So this pageant is for anybody of any ability, anything that you have. There were some contestants that had autism that you would never know it, that I had reached out to and worked with. So no matter what your ability, if you can do community service, give back, and you want to be part of a community, this is the pageant system for you. Because it's not, like Gabriella said, it's not about winning. It's about the Fambassador family. We are family. Tell me some of the things that what would you tell somebody, Brookie, and why they should join the USA Ambassador organization?
Again, like I said before, this pageant system is such one big family that no matter win or lose, everyone is going to support you no matter what. I know I was a little bit upset backstage at one point, and the Miss Girls ran over to me, gave me a great big hug, and said that I am beautiful no matter what happens, even if I have a crown or not. And I think that we always pick each other up in the worst scenarios, but we're always there for you in the best scenarios. And I honestly believe this is one true happy family, and everyone feels included no matter who you are, what you look like. No matter where you fit into the society, you will definitely fit into the USA Ambassador family.
And the nice part I like about this is it's not just words that are said in the moment on stage or backstage or wherever you are. I talk to these women on a weekly basis, some of them on a daily basis. I know I talk to Brookie quite often because she's right next to me and age-wise with her starting a new job in the disability field. We talk more often than most, but it's not just words that are said, it's actually meant behind you. Riley, what is it for your age category? How many friends have you made over the years or over the past year in your category or beyond?
Ooh, that I have a lot of friends. This year, I don't want to be quiet. I had no idea what to do. But this year, I was really like you have to be talkative. I made a lot of friends that here in Atlanta. They were so I messed up on my I was really upset about that. And they clearly know that. And they're like, hey, it's fine. Like you did good. You recovered well. Like they are really genuinely cool. And I think what happened with girls that have anxiety with talking to people. I mean, I love talking to people. I'm talkative. But I've made a lot of friends.
Oh, that's awesome. Gabriella, how about for your age category? Have you made a lot of friends? Like what does it mean? Like do you talk to them outside of the pageant?
Yes, I talk to them outside of the pageant and in the pageant. And I made so many friends, and they just helped me on the way because I messed up on my onstage chat in the final three, and I was so scared. I was crying, and I was shivering. But then they helped me back up to go back on stage and see who won.
Oh, that is awesome. You know, I love to hear stories like that. So if anybody wants to join, look up the usaambassador.org. That is the website that you would use to find out more and join. They are doing all of the new state pageants now, getting the new girls ready to run for nationals next July in 2023, which all four of us will be back again next year to give up our crowns to our next sister queens. But just because we give up our crowns doesn't mean we give up our SLICC titles and doesn't mean that we stop our community service. We now get to stay on board and mentor the next group of girls that come and be their leaders. What does that mean to you, Brooke, being a national title holder, having the opportunity to mentor more girls coming up behind you?
It is so surreal to me to win a national pageant and to be able to sit here and have the guidance from previous winners is kind of relaxing in a way, because I feel like if I mess up at all during either a video I might be posting or a post I spelled something wrong at, I know that I have past sister queens that will text me and say, hey, you spelt this word wrong, or you might want to rephrase that next time. And to be able to do that for the next queen, I know that I will definitely be a great big sister and try and help her in the best way or shape I can.
Riley, what does it mean to you to be a national title holder and possibly be a mentor going forward to other girls your age?
For me, that is actually a really big honor. I know that, just like Brooke said, I'm getting a lot of from the past, and it's definitely been a really big roller coaster for me, posting a lot of school, being a new high school student. It's been definitely a lot to be able to get my post, and having a mentor, a past mentor who's been through this, has done this for a year. That's a big deal, and that next queen, that is a big honor.
Yeah. Gabriella, how is your students and your friends around you now that you've won a national title? How do they feel, or how does that make you feel that you're now a role model in your community and beyond?
It makes me feel really good because then other little kids or adults look up to you and see that you're doing good things, and maybe you can get a sign from that, and you can do good things just like me when you look up to me.
Yeah, and I mean the nice part about it is I'm 27 years older than Brookie. So yes, I'm giving my age a little bit. So I feel like the mother of this group, but I feel like because we all do community service, age doesn't matter, ability doesn't matter, what we look like doesn't matter. We now have sister queens from across the country that they all support my platform. I support each one of their platforms, and everybody that supports me now supports them. So, you know, they might want to buy a blanket from Brookie or some PJs to help Gabriella out, or, you know, be part of Riley's Lemonade platform. So now we not only expand our little platforms that we have in our own states, we have now expanded our platforms and brought them across the country. What does that mean to you, Brookie, to have that kind of wide reach now, that now your blankets are going all over the country?
I actually started selling more blankets after I became a national queen, because I was just only selling to people either in New Jersey, New York. I have family in Florida and North Carolina. And then I went to school, obviously, in Connecticut. And ever since I've been to nationals and I express how important the Morgan Marie Michael Foundation is to me, I've sold blankets to our sister queens in Texas, South Dakota, California, Kentucky, believe I have Maine, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut. And it's honestly pushing the Morgan Marie Michael Foundation to do better. And now instead of helping individuals with iPads, we're actually working on helping get an individual a service dog, because she really needs that comfort and support from an animal, because the iPad just won't help her as much. So to give the foundation more money than what I anticipated is honestly, I have no words to describe. I'm so excited.
That's awesome. Riley, have you expanded across the country with your platform now that you're national?
Honestly, watching all my socials and everything else, I believe I have. For nationals, I was like a few people like around the state to see my posts, but now I have girls from South Dakota, North Dakota, Texas, California. I have girls from everywhere seeing my posts, and it really makes me happy because now I know that I'm able to spread my belief on how we our community and how I believe that it should get sharing, and it makes me happy.
Yeah. Gabriella, I know definitely you have been doing pajamas across the country or getting pajamas from across the country. How has that changed your platform from spreading it nationally?
Well, I only had 14 different states when I started USA Ambassador. And then once I became a national queen and was at USA Ambassador competing, I had so many other offers that I gave so many PJs to donate to kids in the hospitals and shelters to keep them warm and cozy. And it just made me really excited that other people wanted to help out. But I also have a website called www.goodnightsleeptightpjprogram.com, and you can look at how many states I went to and donated to, and my pictures that I went to the hospital to donate PJs, and you can donate PJs because there's a donation button, or you can send money to us so we can go get PJs to donate to the kids in the hospitals and shelters. So you're doing some donations too.
Gabriella, give me that website again.
www.goodnightsleeptightpjprogram.com.
And that we'll put down in the comments so that way you can click on it. And if you forget, you can always reach out to me and I can put you in contact with Gabriella. Brookie, give me the way that people can buy the blankets from you.
I do either Facebook or Instagram. My Facebook is Brooks Handmade Blanket Fundraiser, and I post all of the blankets that are up for sale there. Or you can always contact me. I've done a few custom blankets. Right now, I'm working on a custom blanket for our national director, Miss Kristen. She wants a Tampa Bay Buccaneer blanket. I will be going to the store to get that, and I know I made the last SLICC Queen a blanket for when she had surgery with paw prints on one side and states on the other side. So I can make any kind of blanket you need. So just reach out to me either on my Facebook. You could private message me at Brooke Nemick, or you could go on my Facebook page, Brooks Handmade Blanket Fundraiser, or Instagram, which is the same, Brooke Nemick.
And again, if you forget all of that, you can contact me and I can put you in contact with Brooke to get your blanket, because I'll tell you, I got one and we were just talking about before this program how I need to get another one because I love my blanket so much. Riley, how can people contact you to get part of your platform?
So I have my Riley. Yes, that's. And then my Facebook made it's lemon.
And again, we're going to put all of that in the comments so that way you can contact. And again, if you want to be part of Riley's platform, reach out to me and I can put you in touch. And everybody knows that mine is www.rampasinclusion.com if you want to support the disability community. But the more important one you need to know is usaambassador.org. That is the competitions Facebook page, website, so that way you could be the next contestant on USA Ambassador is Right, because that way you can go back. But we need to talk about the most important part of the SLICC Ambassador. What is our most important thing that we're going to be doing in May? Brooke, I will let you reveal that.
So as a part of being a SLICC national winner, we actually get to go to Puerto Rico for a mission trip. We will be in a church and we'll be helping out the community in any way, shape, or form. So I know they just had a huge hurricane, so we might be doing a little bit of construction or helping give out food. I'm not really sure what we'll be doing yet, but I'm very excited to go to Puerto Rico, and we actually get to see Christopher, who's amazing, and he's part of the national staff. He lives in Puerto Rico, and I'm actually just really excited to go help out the community, and of course, see my lovely, beautiful sister queens who are sitting right in front of me. Love you
Oh,
guys.
that's awesome. Riley, what does it mean to you to get to do a mission trip in Puerto Rico?
I know that this is one of my big goals. Satisfy me. I like one of my favorite and Spanish student. So I go speak Spanish. I go try. Um,
I think we lost a little bit of Riley. She cut out there at the end, but she's excited. What about you, Gabriella? How excited you are about going to Puerto Rico?
I'm really excited because I get to help out other children and other people in Puerto Rico, but I also get to donate more PJs to Puerto Rico just to help out the community there. But I'm also really excited to spend the week with my sister queens and to go and see all the children that need help with their PJs.
And like Brooke just said, you know, they just had a hurricane go through there, so we don't know what we're going to be doing. So if you want to donate some blankets that we can take down with us, or some pajamas that we can take down with us, please donate so that way we can help out. And this is a mission trip. We are not going to be putting up in a 4-star hotel. We will be sleeping on air mattresses on a church floor. This is a mission trip. We will be doing mission work. We will be put to work. Crowns will be there for a couple of photo shoots, but for the most part, the crowns get put away and we get put to work. And yes, part of their mission is going to get Tina off of the air mattress and back into her wheelchair. So that's going to be part of the mission trip that my sister queens get to take part in. But yeah, it's like I said, we're not going to be up there in like a 4-star hotel. We are going to be there to do work and to help out the community. So this is why the USA Ambassador organization is so important to all of us, because it's about community service. Their top prize is a mission trip. So it's not that we're winning like all of this bling and all of this, you know, glamour stuff. We are winning mission trips to go out and have the opportunity to help out communities across the country. And that's what makes it so important. Brookie, I'm going to let you take this next question. Tell us a little bit about our national director and what it means to have Kristen as our national director.
Miss Kristen is honestly the best national director I think I've ever had. She is very personable. I always love texting her and chatting with her, whether it's about football or her own boutique that she has, or about, you know, the SLICC motto and the ambassador pageant. But when you get to know Miss Kristen, she's a very, very humble person. She gets along with everybody and anyone, and she's honestly just a true amazing director. She will do anything for you no matter what. I know I have a lot of food restrictions. I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, everything free basically. And during our trip to Florida, she went out and got me a lot of gluten-free things that I could eat. And that is honestly, like, how much of a better director could I ask for? Love you, Miss Kristen.
Absolutely. Yeah, we love Miss Kristen. Like I said, she made everything fully accessible and seamless for me at the national pageant and our trip to Florida. There was nothing that I couldn't do and join in with you guys. We also learned that Brookie can eat chicken and Lucky Charms. That's pretty much what she lives on. So, you know, that's that. But there was nothing that I couldn't do with all of my group because Miss Kristen made sure. What does it mean to you, Riley, to have such a down-to-earth national director that is readily available to you?
Like Brooke said, she's really personal. I know when I was in Florida, she learned a lot from me. She by the time that we were there, she figured out that I mean, not a very hard thing to learn about me, but all I need is food, coffee in the mornings before I was very grumpy. So like, yes, I am starving. Fine, knows me like she's really proud of what she does, but it's not like she goes out and flaunts it, like, to be rude. She's really proud of what she does. She's a really down-to-earth person, and I'm a director.
Yeah, that's awesome. Gabriella, what does that mean to you being the youngest of our group? How does it feel to have a director that's so engaged?
It feels really amazing because I look up to her as a sister queen and basically a mom because she always does stuff for me. And if I need something for my PJ program, she goes out and does it, and she knows me really well. And I just look up to her as a mom because she's so nice, she's so humble, and I just love that about her.
Yeah, I mean, the entire national staff for USA Ambassador is amazing. From Christopher to Amanda to the Peabodys, there's nobody that I can say that I have run into on the national staff that hasn't been warm and open and welcoming. And if you have a problem in any way, shape, or form, you just kind of mention it to them, and the next thing you know, it is taken care of. So I can't talk more highly about this pageant. And again, it's usaambassador.com. You definitely need to be part of this organization. You will not be sorry. And again, it's a Fambassador family. It doesn't matter whether you're a national title holder or just a state queen or just a family member of one of us. You are welcomed with open arms. You are part of everything, and you are fully included. I can't say anything more about that. Brookie, am I missing anything? Is there something that we have not talked about this organization that you want to make sure we highlight today?
I also believe that this system always gets everyone involved in everything, even if it's someone in California raising awareness for breast cancer, or if it's someone in Maine raising against bullying. Everyone is connected through this system, and I wouldn't have met my best friend who actually represented New Jersey this past year, and we live 45 minutes away from each other, and I never knew that until I met her in 2020 actually. And again, we are such a great big family, and we are so inclusive of everything and anything, and that's what I truly love about this system.
And it's so funny that you talk about your best friend, because her mom actually was in my division and I competed against her mom, and her mom is one of the women that I talk to on almost a daily basis. So she has become one of my best friends. So yeah, that's how important it is. And again, they only live in New Jersey, which is like 3 hours away from me. So they're not far at all. And I can call them up and be together with them, you know, over the weekend. So it's truly amazing. Riley, is there anything about this pageant that you want people to know that we did not bring up tonight?
To be honest,
so we got everything in for you, huh?
I think so.
Yeah. What about you, Gabby? Is there anything about the pageant system that we didn't bring up tonight?
It's just a great pageant system overall.
Oh, awesome. Brookie, give out your website again, how people can get involved in your blanket program.
Again, that's either through Facebook with Brooke's Handmade Blanket Fundraiser, or again on Facebook, just my name, Brooke Nemick, and Instagram, same thing. Again, if you want a custom blanket, I know I have a lot of Halloween blankets or fall blankets. I know I have a few breast cancer blankets. And then once we get into the Christmas holidays, I have a lot of winter and Christmas. And if you ever need a custom or want a blanket, just reach out to me.
Perfect. Gabriella, give us your website again.
www.goodnightsleeptipepgprogram.com, and you can look at all the places that I've went to and donated to. You can look at all my pictures of where I donated to, like the hospitals, the shelters, and sometimes I even get to see the kids in the hospitals and shelters. And one girl was really excited to see her PJs that she was screaming and jumping up and down because pink was her favorite color, and she got this Dora PJs that were pink, and it just felt like it felt really good inside of me because it feels good helping other people in the community. But you can also go donate PJs to hospitals and shelters, or donate money to us so we can go get those PJs to donate to the hospitals and shelters, so you donate too.
And Riley, tell everybody how they can contact you.
My Instagram, my Facebook is Lemonade.
Perfect. And everybody knows www.rampageinclusion.com for me, and the usaambassador.com. Definitely go to that site and find out everything that we're doing, because it's so important for you guys to be engaged and be part of it and help us out. But one thing I want to mention before we go, in October, the four of us, we are going to be doing a pet Monsters for Moffitt fundraiser. Moffitt is an organization that handles cancer, and we're going to be raising money for them by $10 entry of your pet, any pet, in a Halloween costume. From October 1st to October 22nd, just $10, and all of the monies will be going to Miles for Moffitt, which is a 5K walk to help with cancer research. So that is the organization that we have picked up for October, and the four of us are working on that. So for just $10, you can win a prize, for a cash prize for you, and you're helping a worthy cause and helping us fight cancer. And we're calling it Monsters for Moffitt. So any pet in a Halloween costume can be entered for just $10. So we hope you guys all watch for those flyers that will be coming out, share it, and be part of our nonprofit. And then stay tuned, because each month we are going to be picking up a new initiative and a new organization that we're going to be working for and highlighting each month, the four of us together, working across. That's going to be our national initiative for all of us. How does that make you feel, Brookie, to be able to do so much for so many?
It honestly feels like hard work has definitely paid off when I see someone either receiving an iPad from the foundation or even getting a blanket from me, seeing a smile be put on someone's face who either has been through a rough time in their life or something that honestly just makes them feel happy inside, really makes me feel like my hard work and dedication to giving back to the community has really paid off.
What does it mean to you, Riley, to have somebody support you or support one of the charities that you're working on, no matter what charity it is?
It makes me really thankful. People are reminded every day that they, and sometimes people don't do them, and it makes me feel really thankful. It's just helping people that as they are.
Nice. Gabriella, what does it mean to you, of having so many people be getting engaged, that they seeing you do so much work? What does that feel like?
It makes me feel really happy, but also I feel proud of myself because I got other people to do community service, and it just makes me feel happy inside because more and more kids in the hospitals and shelters are getting PJs to be warm and cozy in in the hospitals and shelters, and even sometimes I give slippers, books, stuffed animals, and blankets. But it makes me really happy because other people are doing good work and it's not just me.
And it's awesome. And you know, we're ages 10 to 50 right here on this screen, all giving back, all doing community service. So our age doesn't matter. We all have a different ability. We all have either visible or invisible disabilities in our own way. We're helping out many different organizations across the board, and we were all brought together by the USA Ambassador Pageant. So this is why this is such a system that you need to be part of. So once again, the usapageant.com. Make sure you're checking it out. Make sure you're being a part of it, and make sure you are supporting my sisters, whether they're a national queen or just a state queen. Make sure you're helping them out. Thank you, ladies, all for taking the time tonight and being a part of our show and sharing your platform and why the USA and Pageant is so important. So thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to welcome everybody back next week, because next week we have a very big show. Next Wednesday night is our 100th episode. Yes, you have seen me 100 times, and I cannot wait to celebrate our 100th episode. We will have words from the governor. Our guest will be the lieutenant governor, and our U.S. Congressman Jim Langevin will be on the show next week. So make sure you tune in next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And as I always say, don't just sit there, everybody. Make a difference. Have a great night. See you next week.